The first time you approach a girl, you stay and you feel like cringe. Hello Reshaper, hope you're doing well today. In today's video I want to share with you how to get over the edge. What is important first of all to get over the edge? Because, like a rocket who is leaving the atmosphere, you need 80% of your whole energy to get and leaving the atmosphere and just 20% to get some momentum, to maintain the momentum. It is not hard to maintain the momentum, okay, don't get me wrong. It's more harder to start up. And when you're at the point where you really want to start off, if you want to get your first client, if you want to get your first close, if you want to get anything the first time, what is eventually happening with our brain? Remember, our brain is constructed to lose. It is constructed to actually protect yourself. Every time we approach something new, our brain says no. And is twice as receptive as pleasure. So make sure to stay tuned, because here I want to introduce you two things which you can do right now and actually take action towards this issue. Back in the past, I had a lot of this first things when I want to do the first time. The first time you approach a girl, you stay and you feel like cringe, and you just open your mouth and beads of sweat are dripping down your forehead. Or the same thing if you actually, when I did my first drop in on a freaking mini ramp, you just stand there and you do manuals and stuff like that, and before you do the real drop in, it takes time and someone has to actually help you. And this is actually the point, one of those points. What you actually need, if you're a person who wants to do it yourself, you want to imagine the current situation from scale 1 to 10 or 1 to 100, 1 to 1000 if you want to have better imagination of it. When you do the same thing now for a month, how does it feel? Now imagine the same thing for a year. How does it feel right now? You're remaining at the same stage. Now you go for 5 years, for 10 years, for 40 years. How does it feel? Take a piece of paper and write it down, because when you write it down, you are more conscious of it. Now Reshaper, I want you to imagine when you're lying at your dying bed, really imagine it, really feel it. And imagine the last words are of regret. You don't have it done what you wanted to do. You didn't went over the edge. How does it feel? It might feel more hurt rather than actually the hurt of get over the edge, because our brain is more receptive, twice as receptive towards regret as a mental pain rather than other kind of pain. This is why you have to remember yourself every single day. If you don't go it, and when you're lying in a dying bed, and the last things you have, the last words you have are the words of regret. When you remember it every single day, the pain of not starting, then the pain of starting becomes nothing. It takes time, it depends on your character, but if you take this in work, you can overcome it. The second thing is actually to get someone, to get a person who's not your friend, but who's willing to help you, who knows the situation, who knows where you are, who knows your feelings, and who is willing to help you to get over the edge. And this is really important. This is not your friend, because friends have another assumption of yours rather than people who you just know. So get those person if you can't do it you're alone. And because you get the person, you get accountability. And accountability is the most powerful thing all the big achievers, all the Tony Robbins have, and all the Richard Branson has. Accountability. Because once you held yourself accountability, what you do during your accountability calls, you're actually placing a date where you want to have things done. And you have to be realistic, right? But a little bit stretching out your own comfort zone. And what you do is actually you establish a pleasure point and a faultfit. The pleasure point has to be also contributing to your growth as a faultfit. For example, when you want to go for a diet and your pleasure point is I want to eat a freaking cake, no, it just rebounds effect. You don't want to have it. But what you want to have is, like if you want, it's a, like when you're a speaker, when you want to have a faultfit, is like if you're afraid to speak in public, then your faultfit is like doing a speech at McDonald's about diet or something like that. So this is actually your faultfit you have to aim for, which gives you growth, which stretches your lasting band till it snaps. And this is really important to take into consideration. By the way, I do also can offer your help. I can be one of those people. If you're willing to receive help, I'm currently actually seeking for people who want to have this help. I'm offering discovery coaching sessions. In the end of the session, I might offer you further help. It is up to you if you want to have this help, yes or not. However, I'm offering this help for just 10 persons. So be quick and PM me if you need this kind of help to get over the edge, to get over your procrastination habits, to just take up and just fly into the space and be free. Because once you've figured it out, how to get over the edge, it becomes easy. It becomes easy, it becomes like nothing. Because it's always the first step which makes you the most amount of energy, with the most amount of fear, which you can overcome with appropriate help. And I do offer this. So, Reshaper, I hope you got some value from it. If so, smash the like button. I do upload daily, so make sure also subscribe and hit the notification bell for further content. If you have some question, if you want to have some themes which you want to help me to talk about, please comment down below, because I want to help you guys. I want really to give you value. And this is all about. This is what it's all about. So I hope you got some value from it. And as always, have an awesome day and do not lie to yourself, because you're passion. Now.